What if two SUVs shared the same bones, the same engineering DNA, and even rolled out of the same corporate playbook, yet one asked for nearly $10,000 more just for the badge on the hood? That's the exact question hanging over the Toyota RAV4 and the Lexus NX. On paper, they're platform twins. In the showroom, they're pitched as completely different machines. One promises smart value and proven reliability. The other sells luxury, comfort, and prestige. But here's the real question buyers don't ask loudly enough. Are you actually getting more SUV or just paying more money? Today, we're putting these two head-to-head, breaking down price, comfort, driving feel, and everyday ownership to see which one truly earns its sticker. Because before you spend extra on features you may never need, you deserve to know which of these SUVs is actually the smarter buy. Now buckle up, hop in the front seat, and let's get back to the video. The RAV4 starts right around $30,000, and even stepping up to the XLE Premium, where it finally feels properly equipped, you're still comfortably below $40,000. That trim brings the features most buyers actually want: power liftgate, soft touch surfaces, dual-zone climate control, and a moonroof. It's not luxury, but it feels thoughtfully put together, especially when you factor in Toyota's long-standing reputation for durability. The Lexus NX, on the other hand, opens north of $42,000 and can climb past $50,000 quickly in NX 350 luxury form. Yes, it feels more upscale from the start, but there's no denying some of that price jump is tied to the badge itself. Performance is where the gap becomes clearer. The RAV4 runs a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder, making 203 horsepower through an 8-speed automatic. It's smooth, dependable, and relaxed on the highway, but when passing or merging hard, it needs a moment, and it gets vocal when pushed. The NX 350 plays a different tune. Its 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder delivers 275 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, hitting 0 to 60 in about 6.6 seconds. Throttle response is immediate, mid-range pull is strong, and hills or added weight barely faze it. The handling also feels more planted, especially in F-Sport trim. Still, value matters. The price gap between a mid-trim RAV4 and a well-optioned NX could fund a year of fuel, a used dirt bike, or a serious garage upgrade. And for everyday driving, commutes, errands, rough pavement, and road trips, the RAV4 stays comfortable, controlled, and easy to live with. The RAV4's steering is tuned on the lighter side, which makes parking lots and tight urban driving easy, but it doesn't offer much feedback once the road starts to twist. It tracks straight and stays composed, just without that connected feel. That's not a flaw. It's simply designed to be calm, predictable, and stress-free for everyday cruising. Jump into the NX 350 F Sport and the character shifts immediately. You sit lower, the steering gains weight, and the chassis feels more buttoned down. Lexus equips this trim with adaptive suspension, and it genuinely adjusts to how you're driving. In town, it stays plush. Switch to sport mode and push into a corner, and the SUV firms up, staying planted and controlled. It's no sports car, but on winding back roads, it feels noticeably sharper than the RAV4. When it comes to road noise, the Lexus pulls ahead without much effort. At highway speeds, it blocks out wind and tire noise far better, which really shows itself on long interstate drives. Fuel economy mattered during this test. Gas prices were pushing $5 a gallon. The front-wheel drive RAV4 consistently returned 30 to 32 miles per gallon, lining up with its 27 city/35 highway EPA ratings. Even the AWD version stayed respectable at 28 to 29 miles per gallon combined. The NX 350 AWD, rated at 22 city/29 highway, averaged 24 to 25 miles per gallon in mixed driving. You can stretch it on long highway runs, but it never matches the RAV4's efficiency. So the choice is simple: fewer fuel stops and lower costs, RAV4, more power and punch, NX. Now let's step inside and talk interiors. Interior is where these two SUVs clearly head in different directions. The RAV4 is designed for everyday use. I loaded it up for a weekend mountain trip, coolers, chairs, duffel bags, without folding the rear seats. When I did drop them, it opened up nearly 70 cubic feet of cargo space with ease. The materials aren't flashy, but they're tough. Mud, scuffs, and coffee spills don't feel like a crisis. My Tester had Softex seating and a stitched dash that looked clean but felt meant to be used, not pampered. The NX brings a different vibe entirely. It focuses on refinement and ambiance. The NX 350 I drove featured perforated leather, wood trim, ambient lighting, and a panoramic roof, making it feel more like a rolling lounge than a utility vehicle. It's quieter and more insulated, but you do have to pack smarter. With 46.9 cubic feet of max cargo space, it can't match the RAV4's hauling ability, and rear seat space is a bit tighter. If you're moving family, pets, or gear, the RAV4 wins on practicality. If you're commuting solo or meeting clients, the NX feels like an upgrade. On tech, Toyota has closed the gap. The 2025 RAV4 offers a 10.5-inch touchscreen on XLE Premium, an 8-inch unit on LE, standard wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and up to a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster on limited trims. On the RAV4, tech features depend on trim, but you can add JBL premium audio, built-in navigation, and a wireless charging pad. It's straightforward, functional, and covers what most drivers actually use. The Lexus NX clearly aims higher. Even the base model gets a 9.8-inch touchscreen, while upper trims jump to a 14-inch display, one of the cleanest and sharpest in the class. A 10-speaker system comes standard, with an optional 17-speaker Mark Levinson setup that hits hard. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, along with voice control, a head-up display, and customizable ambient lighting. After driving both in traffic at night and in bad weather, Toyota's safety tuning stands out. The RAV4 offers pre-collision braking, lane departure warning, adaptive cruise, and road sign assist, with smooth cruise control and gentle lane corrections. Note: blind spot monitoring isn't standard on lower trims. The NX sharpens that formula with more precise lane tracing, curve speed management, parking sensors, low-speed auto braking, and rear seat reminders. Both are safe, but the NX delivers it with more polish. Lexus does deliver a more polished feel in how its safety systems behave, but when it comes to warranty coverage, both brands follow a familiar formula, with Lexus adding a small advantage. The 2025 RAV4 comes with a 3-year/36,000-mile basic warranty and a 5-year/60,000-mile powertrain warranty, plus 2 years or 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance covering oil changes, tire rotations, and inspections. That's a meaningful savings during the first years of ownership. The 2025 Lexus NX stretches coverage to a 4-year/50,000-mile basic warranty and a 6-year/70,000-mile powertrain warranty. However, free maintenance drops to just 1 year or 10,000 miles, which feels backwards given the higher price. From my experience, both brands are rock solid for reliability and dealer service. The difference is cost strategy. Toyota saves you money up front, while Lexus offers longer-term warranty peace of mind. After driving both in city traffic, on highways, and on weekend trips, my pick is the RAV4. It delivers the space, fuel economy, and dependability most people actually need, while keeping $10,000 in your pocket. The NX is smoother and more upscale, but unless you want luxury or turbo power, the upgrade isn't worth the gap.